welcome to Yoga Studies Institute. My name is Christina, and I'm thrilled to lead you through this 15-minute intermediate advanced Vinyasa class covering our fourth yama practice, Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya translates to keeping one's sexual purity, but this can also be viewed in several different ways. We can think of Brahmacharya as preserving our strength and vigor by not mindlessly releasing it. When we expend this energy without pure intentions, we might dampen our relationships and find that they do not end up working in our favor. Traditionally, in the yogic lifestyle, this can be taken on in the form of celibacy and abstaining from all sexual activity. In more modern or practical times, we can practice Brahmacharya by respecting others' relationships. For example, if two individuals are in a committed partnership, it would be wise to not tempt one of them out of that relationship. Always act in a respectful way with them as you would act if the other partner was present. This is Brahmacharya in action. This is how we keep our strength and remain present. To quote Yoga Sutra, chapter 2, verse 38, Brahmacharya paitishtayam virya labhaha. If you make it a way of life always to keep sexual purity, then you will always have strength. The fruit that yields from practicing Brahmacharya is the fruit of healthy relationships or the fruit of strength and vitality. Let's connect to our strength and vitality by exploring this concept today in our asana practice. We will focus on relieving tension in our shoulders and hips, linking breath with movement to strengthen the mind-body connection. Please join me in a comfortable seated position on your mat. As you root down through your sit bones, feel the crown of your head lifting toward the ceiling. Let's go ahead and roll the shoulders up toward the ears. Inhale. Exhale, let the shoulders drop down the back. Open mouth. Breathe in, squeeze the shoulders up toward your ears. Exhale, roll them down the back. One more time. Inhale, reaching the shoulders up. Exhale. With that exhale, shoulders down the back and your eyelids get heavy, softly fluttering closed, kind of like curtains closing, but leaving a tiny sliver of light to enter at the bottom. Connect with your breathing, maybe noticing that gentle rise and fall of your chest with each breath in and each breath out. Dropping into this practice and connecting with ways we can find this strength, this vigor through practicing Brahmacharya. Really connecting to this intention. Thinking of the types of relationships we'd like to experience in our life. And the best way to get those is to respect others' relationships. Even respecting the relationship with ourself and our own body. Tapping into this purity, and using our physical bodies in these mindful ways. You can start to deepen your breathing, coming back into the space around you, maybe give your fingers a wiggle. Inhale, reach your arms long overhead, stretch up, feel the sides of your body lengthen as you press the palms together at your chest, bringing them down. And place the palms lightly in your lap, flutter the eyes open. Welcome back. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side. Good. And then exhale, bringing the right arm underneath the left. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Drawing your elbows down into the chest, or if you have it in your practice, you can find eagle wrap with the arms and then squeeze the arms together tightly. Let your chin drop in toward your chest, bowing into yourself, honoring this body. 2 breaths here. Breathe into the back of your heart space. Good. Inhale, roll up to seated, unravel your arms out to the side, look up, arch the back. Exhale, left arm underneath the right. Give yourself a big squeeze or eagle wrap with the arms. Really squeezing the arms toward one another. You want to feel that deep stretch in the tops of the shoulders. Dropping the chin in toward your chest. Good. Roll yourself up to seated. We can release the arms. If you were sitting up on a prop, you can move that off to the side. Good. And now we're going to bring the fingertips forward, come onto the knees, and you're going to bring the left leg over the right. So you're crossing at the knees, walk your feet apart, and then sit in between your feet. We're coming into this cow face pose. You can sit up on a block if you wish. Good. And then walk the feet apart. So really squeezing the knees here. You can hold onto your feet, sitting up tall, already getting into this deep stretch in the sides of the hips. Keep breathing. You can close your eyes. Good. Envisioning the types of relationships you want to see in your world and the type of energy we want to bring forth. Awesome. Roll forward, coming onto the knees again. You can uncross the legs. We'll do that on the opposite side. So bring your left knee to the center. Now cross your right leg over, separate the feet, slowly come down, bringing your sit bones down to the mat in between the feet or onto a block. And then walk the feet a little bit further apart, getting into the hips. Good. Breathing here, only going as far as is comfortable for you. I know we didn't have too much time to warm up today, so we're going straight into these postures. Cow face pose. Beautiful. Come forward onto the fingertips, onto your hands and knees, uncross the legs. Then we can move that prop off to the side if we used it, finding a tabletop position on the mat. Hands and knees. Good. Check that your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Spread the fingers wide so you press into the knuckles, finding space behind the shoulder blades. And then inhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, lift your gaze, arch the back. Exhale, bring the tops of the feet down, round your back like a cat. 2 more times. Inhale, undulate the spine, draw the shoulders down the back. Exhale, rounding. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale. Nice. Come to neutral spine tabletop position. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Look up at your left fingernails. Exhale, dive the left arm underneath the right, threading the needle. So the left side of your head comes gently down. Press firmly into your right palm. You can reach your right fingertips toward the top left corner, or you can even reach your right arm up, finding a bind, drawing right thumb inward, wrapping around the back, maybe reaching for your left hip crease. Look up and over right shoulder. Take 2 more breaths here. Good. Slowly unravel. Bring the right palm beside the face. As you inhale, sweep the left arm up, look up. Exhale, bring the left palm down. Awesome. Press through the left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up, look up. Exhale, thread the right arm through the left, bringing the right side of your head very gently down. So we're getting into the mid back area, shoulders. Maybe reach your left fingertips toward the top right corner of the mat, looking underneath your left arm. Or reach your left arm up, internally rotate the thumb and find that half bind. Take 2 rounds of breath here. Big breaths in and exhale. Good. Slowly unraveling, placing the palm beside the face, reach the right arm up, look up. Exhale, right palm down. Good. From here, keep your hips over your knees and you're going to walk your palms forward. We're coming into a puppy pose. So lift your hips. See if you can bring the chest to the floor or your chin look forward. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, slide forward, coming into Sphinx pose. Walking your elbows underneath your shoulders. Good. And then squeeze behind the shoulder blades. So we're opening up in the chest. Staying here, keeping the shoulders down the back. Draw your belly button in toward your spine as well. Breathing in and exhaling. Slowly come down. Bring your palms underneath the shoulders. Press yourself up to tabletop position. Bring the big toes together to touch. Knees about as wide as the mat and sit your hips toward your heels. Finding a child's pose. Getting into our hips here. Inhale and exhale. Keep it active. So really feel like you're reaching for something at the front of the mat and then sit your hips back in space, forehead toward the floor. Take 2 breaths here. Good. Start to bring your palms underneath shoulders. Press yourself up to seated. Bring your knees toward one another, sitting on your heels, finding Virasana, placing your palms on top of your lap. Good. Maybe closing the eyes for a moment. Connecting with that strength and vitality. Resisting any urges to not respect others' relationships and thinking about how we want to move through this world. And flutter your eyes open. We're going to come into one more pose. We're going to lift up onto the knees, standing on the knees, and then walk your knees hip width distance apart. Good. You can tuck your toes under, making sure that the pinky toes get under there and not squished as well. Good. Reach your arms up, inhale, and then exhale, bring your palms to your lower back, fingers facing down. Squeeze behind the shoulder blades, inhale, and then exhale, press your hips forward. So we're coming into Ustrasana, but instead of leaning back, just continue to press your hips forward. So we're opening up the front of the hips, breathing in and exhaling, keeping this open heart, this open mind, maybe reaching back for your heels, and then continue to press the hips forward. Eventually, heart's parallel to the ceiling, and maybe you look back. Stay for 5 breaths. Good. Remembering your intention of practice. Thinking of the types of relationships we want to experience in our world by practicing brahmacharya. To come out of the pose, tuck your chin all the way. Bring one hand to the lower back at a time. Point the toes and then come to sit on your heels, coming back to Virasana, hero's pose. Place your palms down. Close your eyes for a moment. You can tuck the chin slightly, especially if you feel like the heart's beating very fast. That's natural in those deep back bends. You can lift the pelvic floor, and we're going to do a little visualization of breathing in through both nostrils, envisioning this purity coming in through the side channels. And then exhaling out through the central channel, picturing any ignorance releasing out through the third eye, just in between the eyebrows. Do that a few more times. This cleansing breath, tapping into this vitality, this purity. Good. And then relax the body, flutter your eyes open. We can drop down onto one hip. Good. Bringing the soles of the feet down. You can scoot your hips toward your heels and then open up the knees to the side, bringing your heels closer in toward you and then clasping your fingers over the toes. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in, setting up for Baddha Konasana, and exhale, hinge forward. Straight spine. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head forward, and exhale, long spine, reaching down through the tailbone as the crown of the head reaches forward. 2 more breaths here. Slowly rise back up. Bring your hands outside of your knees and you can draw the knees together. Good. And then come into an easy cross-legged seated position. We'll just take a moment to reflect. Using this brief amount of time to remember our intentions, to put into practice brahmacharya. And can we bring that into the rest of our day? Can we move through all of our days with this respect towards others, relationships, respect toward our own bodies? Preserving this energy and this vitality and using it with the best of intentions. If you'd like, you can make a dedication of your efforts, maybe thinking of someone who wants the same thing as you, the same type of relationship as you do, and make this dedication to them as a way to see that happen in your world as well. Now we deepen the breath, coming back into the space that we're in. Wiggle the fingers, toes. Bring your hands toward your heart. Press your thumbs into your sternum and let your chin drop in toward your chest, honoring yourself in this practice and in your own time, fluttering your eyes open, coming back into the space together. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this 15-minute session where we viewed the 4th yama, brahmacharya, and how we can invite more strength, vitality into our lives by practicing this yama. I hope you have an awesome rest of the day, and I hope to practice with you again soon. Have a good one.